have asked for or expected. I still remember the first time that I came to this library for a dinner last summer, and I was amazed. I looked around at the architecture, the environment, and it's so welcoming and so inviting. And it really helps students, I believe, and it helps me to be able to focus and to be able to concentrate on our education and to be able to learn. As our students are here, which they are every night, if you look outside and drive around here at night, you will see all of their cars parked along this road, the service drive, and everywhere else that they can find to park, much to the chagrin of our University Police Department and our traffic and parking services. But they do come here every night, and you will see the tables will be packed with students, and even today, as we don't have many students in the audience, they are in the audience by proxy as they join us from the tables on either side as they are studying. And it is amazing to see the ability that we have now as students to come to this facility. The President mentioned that the seating has escalated from 465 seats to 1,400 seats. And that is a huge leap from where we were at before. I mentioned that I was in this library before it closed for renovation. Those 465 seats filled up a whole lot faster than these 1,400 do, even though these 1,400 are always full when I come. The group study rooms that were mentioned and the facilities that we have for those types of activities are state-of-the-art. I look at this library and I'm amazed at what we have in these group study rooms and the ability that our students have to discuss things in such a welcoming environment. Just today in my class, 2 hours ago, I set up a group study time for Sunday evening at this particular facility. Hopefully we will get a room. Our graduate students, I know, are so appreciative of the 6th floor being exclusively for them. That was something that was pointed out to me when this library was first shown to me on a tour back in the summer. And I've heard from our graduate students continually how much of a resource that is for them and how wonderful that is for them. And our goal in achieving a higher graduate level education and higher prestige in that area, as well as being able to be a greater research university, that's something that is extremely necessary and has been very effective from this facility. The electronics were also mentioned, and the popularity of those particular areas. That is something that I know our students are always enjoying. I don't know if many of you have been able to take a tour of this area, but there are 8 semicircular booths that have computers in the center that allow for students to work on electronic group projects, and everyone is able to see equally the screen and to participate in the project. And that type of a facility is something I had never seen until I'd come to this library. I think I would be remiss as well if I did not thank our Senator Smathers, former Senator Smathers, for all of his contributions to our university and for what he has done to achieve such a wonderful library system that we have. And thank you to his family for their contributions as well. I know that it has meant a lot to this university what he did while he was alive and the contributions that he's made, not just financially, but in every way possible through his advocating on behalf of our university and raising awareness of who our university is, what our university is, and what we hope to do. And without his help, we would not be where we are today, and we are indebted to him and to his family. I would also like to thank the staff of the library and everything that they have done to make this a welcoming environment and to make this a wonderful facility that is easily accessible to our students. As was mentioned before, the staff is always welcoming and always ready to help and serve our students and help them to find what they need. Our students need incredible libraries to grow and to develop into leaders, and our society needs our students. After all, as Carl T. Rowan once said, the library is the temple of learning, and learning has liberated more people than all the wars in history. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Michael Connolly, our speaker today, is a prolific novelist who, while a student at UF, discovered and was greatly influenced by the works of Raymond Chandler. In following his interest in crime fiction, he studied journalism and after graduation worked the crime beat for 2 Florida newspapers before moving to the Los Angeles Times as their crime reporter. A few years later, he introduced his popular protagonist, Harry Bosch, Harry being short for Hieronymus, a tough and complex Los Angeles Police Department detective. Not limited to books featuring Bosch, Michael has also written a number of standalone novels. He has won every major mystery honor, including the Edgar Award for the best first novel, the Anthony Award, and the McCavity Award. Andrew LeCount describes his writing as evidencing consistently exquisite prose and engrossing storylines, and I can testify that that is true. Newsweek calls his character, Harry Bosch, one of the most compelling, complex protagonists in recent crime fiction. Please join me in welcoming Michael Connelly to our library dedication.
Thank you, Dale. Thank you very much for having me here. I'm very proud to be here. I should preface my remarks by reminding everyone that I am a writer, not a speaker. I'm going to try to be quick and entertaining. I apologize if I'm only quick. 30 years ago this semester, if you were looking for me, you would probably found me in the stacks here at the Library West. Back then, we were on the quarter system. It was the winter quarter, 1977, and I had just come back to the University of Florida after a year-long sabbatical I had earned by achieving a grade point average of just below 1.0. Actually, I think it was called a suspension, but I'm a writer, and I think that words are interchangeable, especially when they come to your own history. Anyway, suspension or sabbatical, it was the school's way of telling me I should take some time and think about what I'm doing and where I'm going. And that was good advice, and it actually worked for me. I spent my year away from Florida, from the University of Florida, and from my friends here, working a series of menial jobs so I could support my habit of reading detective novels and watching movies. This didn't work so well for my parents, but it worked pretty well for me. And so when I came back in winter of 1977, I had some goals and I had some ideas, and it was pretty soon after I started school again that I went over to Tigard Hall and changed my major to journalism. I decided during my sabbatical that I wanted to be a writer, and I thought journalism was the way to get there. And that's also where the library came in. So much of writing comes from the inspiration that comes from other writing. Reading other great words, other great writers gives you the fuel that you need to go on. I knew that when I made this choice to be a writer that it's a long shot and it would be a long road. And so I came to this library quite often. I didn't know